tip to Indiana. Pippen dishes to Michael. Let's go to Ahmad.
All right, thanks, Bob. Dennis Rodman, who normally when he doesn't start, keeps himself warm by riding an exercise bike or walking on a treadmill. He doesn't have either one of those here. He's been very stiff sitting on the bench. I asked him, would that layoff hurt him? He said, obvious it will because I'm the same age as you are. He's actually a little younger than I am, Bob.
Jordan's shot is shoved back in his face. Michael Jordan asked for a 20-second timeout. And Michael appears to be bleeding in the area of his right eye, unless that was a bead of sweat. The block by Smits, the save by Mullen.
See, I think he got caught hit. He got hit right in the eye after the block. You see Smits come down, and as he extends, I think he gets hit right there.
Michael returns to the bench and immediately returns to the lineup. Here he comes.
You know, Michael always looks for things to get him going. He got off to a slow start, only 2 points. Of the first Bulls, 18 points. Actually, now they have scored 22. But he looks for these little things to get him going. He saw the side of his own blood. That's not a good sign for the Pacers.
The call is traveling on Antonio Davis prior to the contact. No foul. And now Michael, just 1 of 6. Not anymore. Jordan against Rose. 3 seconds to shoot. 2 in a row now for Michael.
I wouldn't take any chances.
Sometimes they won't demand it.
Michael starting to heat up after a slow start. Michael to answer. There it is.
Now Travis Best is guarding Jordan in the post.
Michael knows it. Michael knows it.
See, Reggie Miller came down and tried to double team, but it was too late. He had banked it off the glass already.
Pippen. Michael is open. Good start to the third quarter for Chicago. Michael takes him into the lane and hits it.
You got to go double team him. You can't let Reggie Miller stay down there alone.
Michael. Out to Burrell. And now Kukoc. Michael again. Number 23 has 23.
See, that's not fair. He drove baseline, pulled 4 guys to him, hung in the air till he found an open guy, then tracked the ball down and got it back and made the shot.
Defending Jordan, he's not backing away. He respects him, but he's going to compete against him. You're not going to get anything free on Jalen Rose.
Michael Jordan hit with the offensive foul. That's his 4th.
So you look at Jalen Rose, and he's not backing down. He's not conceding from Jordan. You watch him guarding him. He's going to take the shot. You know, out of the Fab Five at Michigan, you talk about Juwan Howard and Chris Webber, but this guy has a chance to be the true star.
McKee won't fall. Michael, fade away. Got it. Just a blink of the eye between the time he caught it, made the move, and released it.
His ability to fade back and create distance. His shot is almost impossible to block unless you come from behind.
McKee. 4 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be Michael, and it'll be Chicago by 3. Reggie Miller. Harper on him. Reggie on the move. Finds Best. Deals it out to McKee. And it's knocked out of bounds by Jordan, who comes over to get a piece of it with 6.4 on the clock.
Now Indiana runs a great set play here to free up Reggie Miller. Rodman or Kukoc must switch this, or Pippen, and then watch McKee, the inbounder, stepping back in.
Indiana has a timeout. They elect not to use it. McKee looking. Gets it in for Miller, batted away, grabbed by Pippen, and they have to foul him.
Harper and Reggie Miller.
This has been brewing since game 3. A miss.
And see, I can tell you what's going through Scottie Pippen's mind as a player. You're sitting there concentrating, and it's not butterflies that's in your stomach. It's a big whale that's swimming around in there.
Now, I'd put Antonio Davis on Rodman. Rodman too quick for Smits here. You don't want up a second shot.
Missed them both. Loose ball, out of bounds. Who's got it? Jump ball. Now Hugh Evans says, wait a minute. He motions Ronnie Nunn over and may overrule him, and he does. He overrules him and gives the ball to Indiana with 2.9 seconds.
Whoa, that's close. Man, that is really close. You know, we have the option to sit here and watch it from about 3 different replays. Now, Indiana's getting their 3rd chance here to try to win this game.
So I think you got to go back to Rick Smith, right into the hole. He's being guarded by Kukoc, and take your chances there.
If Indiana scores here, this series might very well go the limit. If they don't score, you have to think it's very likely that the Pacers will be finished Wednesday night in Chicago, where the Bulls are 27-2 in the playoffs over the last 2 years. So Kukoc is on Smits. Jordan is on Best. Harper's on Miller. McKee gets it in the Miller for the win. It's there. 4/10 of a second.
Coming off that screen, you catch it, you square up, and you let it go. And the adrenaline that's going through your body right now, it's hard for you to really contain yourself. Look at his emotions. You don't know what to do because so much juice is going through your body. You're so happy. You see he's looking like he's ready to cry. And you look at Larry Bird, who's been there before. Nothing to it. I've done that about 20 times in my career. Come on back over here, fellas.
Yeah, but let me illustrate his stomach.
Well, that's an almost unbelievably placid demeanor, considering the fact that Market Square Arena is a complete madhouse.
Now, Michael Jordan likes to take it down into the post right here and seal his man and shoot the fadeaway J.
Kukoc to Michael at the buzzer. It spins out. It spins out. It has been almost 8 years since the Chicago Bulls, with Michael Jordan in the lineup, have lost 3 straight games.
Bob, what will the mindset be of Michael Jordan early? Will he look to have a dominant offensive first quarter?
It's Pippen who looks to go to the basket. And Miller is on Michael, who backs him down and hits off the glass.
Well, that was very easy that time. Reggie Miller was not able to hold his ground at all, and Michael really just dribbled him under the basket. No help at all.
Michael into the lane, and he scoops it up and in for his second basket from a new 24. And Michael will try again, and this time it's the result he wants.
He's gone to the same spot on the floor 3 times in a row.
Situation, the pressure is on you to win at home.
Pippen gets his own rebound. Michael wants a 3. Michael has a 3.
Bob, that's what I'm talking about. You let a guy, a scorer, get offered easy layups, and his game just expands.
Hoiberg now has to contend with Jordan. Which, as you see, is not a pleasant task. More than 12 minutes without a field goal. Michael Jordan. He has 15. Michael gets rid of it to Scotty, who banks it home. Jordan from Pippen. Sweet as you please. Michael finds one into the hoop.
Chicago executes to perfection.
Shoves it back in his face. Here's a 3-on-1 break. Hello.
Kukoc loves to make these type of passes. You see him catch it quickly behind his back, catch Jackson turning, and look out, here he comes. 23 and white, MJ is in the house.
Harper gets it out. Tony knows what to do with it. Jackson's in the wrong place, and Michael slams it down on him. Where's another look? Numbers are reversed there in a most unappealing way for the Pacers. 74-47, now 76, and he did.
Now you watch Jordan running really hard, and he said, come on, Ron, don't stop on me now. So he takes Davis out to the corner. I'm going to lure you to sleep, or I'm not thinking about doing anything. As the ball goes in the post, boom, I'm gone. Bam, there it is again.
Michael, turn around, off the glass.
When Michael's put a little X on the floor on that same spot, that's where he started the game, and it's like, I want to get to that spot tonight.
Rodman to Michael, an open three, and he has 27.
See, that's the beauty of the triangle. Once they get you down, then their tempo controls the game. They spread you out on the floor, they keep the spacing. You make mistakes because you overexert yourself defensively, and they start picking you apart.
And now they take it away again. Here's Michael. To Cook, and the lead is 31.
Indiana is saying, what in the world has hit us tonight? 87-56.
So as much doubt as we can put in the Pacers' mind, right now we're going to try to do that.
And also he is 2 points from 35,000.
Here is Michael. Throwing one up on the run, and it's another thing of beauty. 35,000 career points, regular and postseason combined.
And he and Jordan had underneath.
That's it for Antonio Davis with fouls, and it's it for Michael Jordan as well with 4:48 remaining. And he retires for the evening with 29 points.
The game, very business-like attitude. Michael Jordan told me that this game is all about closure. Now, Bob, you mentioned the things in our opening about if they win tonight, they have a longer rest period. If they lose, they game 7. Michael told me that it is not about anything about that. It is about right here and right now. He says they're the defending NBA champions, and every now and then you got to prove that tonight will be one of those nights. Let's go down to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Ahmad. Well, I spoke to Larry Bird, and he is very disappointed with his team and the way they played in Game 5. He said they lacked effort. He said he's not going to tolerate that at all tonight. He went on to say that he feels that the Bulls are going to come in here very, very confident because of that performance. He concluding, we've got to beat the Bulls not twice, but 4 times. I derive absolutely no moral victories or any personal satisfaction in losing 4 games to 2. It means nothing to me. I hope my team understands that. Bob?
Jim thanks, and we're underway. Driving. Misses the reverse. Jordan has it.
Another offensive rebound.
Jackson's floater swatted away by Kukoc. Here goes Jordan. Mullen fouls him. Michael hits it anyway, and will get the free throw.
How about that concentration by Michael Jordan? The breakaway, Chris Mullen really didn't want to let him score here, but if you're going to take this kind of foul on Michael, you've got to grab his right arm. And what Chris did, he reaches in and he hits him on the head. Look at the concentration. He keeps his eyes on the target. The greatness, he's always thinking 3 instead of 2. Some post defense, whether it's Michael or Scotty.
Here is Michael with the jumper. 2 defenders on him. Soft touch. He gets the roll.
It's right here. Long pass, and as they back away from him, he steps up and nails the 3.
Michael tongue wagging into the lane. Hits the jumper. Chicago ball. Trailing by only 3. Jordan looks to cut it to 1 as he splits 2 defenders and does what seemingly only he can.
You watch Jordan in the post. He'll be patient. He reads the double team, gives the fake. Both defenders go for it. The nice up and under.
And his shooting woes continue. That was a true brick. I can't remember the last time I saw Chris Mullen shoot like this in a stretch of games. We all remember seeing Michael Jordan do that night after night. Chicago, with 11 straight points, has turned a 10-point deficit into a 1-point lead. Miller trying to guard Jordan, but can't.
That's unbelievable. He faked and had no offensive rhythm at all and still faded back over 2 players and hit that shot.
Another Jordan jumper, and the same result as he continues to sizzle. It's Jordan, quick turnaround. Michael Jordan gives Chicago the lead and gives himself 25 points.
And you see Jordan wearing that right side of the court out. The shots that he's made this quarter, most of them will come from that right side.
Miller in the lane. Tried to put it up with the left hand, and now the outlet pass is intercepted by Jordan. Here's Longley driving to the hoop, completing it, and coming to the line. Michael turns, fires, and cuts the lead to 1.
2 offensive rebounds on that possession.
Jordan spins by Rose. No basket, offensive foul. 3 on MJ. Scottie Pippen got into the passing lane and picked it off. The Bulls can tie with a basket here.
Best is playing him. They're going to double team. He's going to pick up the cutter.
The cutter was Harper, and MJ certainly picked him up.
And to defend this play, Michael Jordan without fouling.
Michael misses it. Loose ball. Out of bounds to Indiana. Traffic out there.
Well, Michael Jordan now is on Reggie Miller. Best on Kerr. He can beat him off the dribble.
So that changes things.
He's dribbling it too much.
He goes to the basket and hits on the run. He's got his own ideas. Larry Bird, the demeanor we've come to expect. The rest of the place is nuts. That's the guy to watch. He stumbles and loses it. McKee has it. The Pacers and the Bulls will take it to the limit. For the first time since the conference semifinals in 1992, Michael Jordan's Bulls, we're not counting when he was gone all of 94.
The officials are not going to call the call on him because he has that reputation.
Well, you could see that he put his right arm down and gave Michael a push, and he lost his balance. Interestingly enough, both finishes we've had, games 4 and 6 here, have ended with a controversial no call.
And you watch Bird's reaction right here. Again, been there, done that. We got a game 7. Congratulations, guys.
All right, thanks, Bob. Before the last game, I told you the whole thing about the Bulls is about closure. It didn't happen. Today, there's a lot of concern in that Bulls locker room, and mainly because of the uncertainty. Like you reported earlier, Michael Jordan told me he's only been in this situation 3 times, only 1 time successfully, which makes him feel uneasy. He also said he's feeling a lot of pressure, not so much on how he'll play, but if the Bulls will rise to the occasion. They don't have to wait long because the game is about to begin. But before that, let's go down to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Ahmad. Well, Larry Bird told his team to wear their uniforms to the game. He wanted them to focus early. Then when they got here, he gave a very emotional and personal speech. He told them, guys, believe in yourselves. Believe in your dreams. We can win this whole thing. He then went on to tell them of the 1981 Celtics and his first title and the parade that the team had and what it felt like to have a whole city salute you. He said, guys, it can all be yours. I believe in you. Believe in yourselves. Mark Jackson, Jalen Rose, and a lot of the guys told me it really got to them. Bob?
Jim, thanks a lot. The last time a road team won a 7th game as late as the conference finals or finals, the Philadelphia 76ers against Bird's Celtics at Boston Garden in 1982. One of 2 7th games that Larry Bird lost in 8 tries. His Celtics won 6 of 8 7th games. Kukoc. Short. Rebound to Jordan. His first shot is a putback. Puts it on the floor against McKee, and the fadeaway is good. Only his 2nd field goal. Jordan back the other way. It's Kerr. His 3 is there. Jordan splits the defense and ties the game. with his third foul.
The importance of that Pacer bench. Michael Jordan, nobody blocks him out. The best player in the NBA. He follows his shot up and gets the three-point play.
Jordan to the hoop, then dishes it out to Pippen. Cross-court curve, open three. Got it! Michael in the lane. The Bulls by 5. And Jordan into double figures with 11.
You just got to be aggressive. You got to keep on at him. Hey, there's 2 minutes and 51 seconds left in this quarter. Finish quarter strong. Come on, let's go.
Bob, I'm ready to play. Put me in.
Jordan putting the moves on McKee and putting the ball in the basket. Now around Smits. It comes up short. He gets his own rebound. He tries again, and this time gets the result he's looking for. Here is Jordan to Kukoc, who's been on fire and stays that way. 21 for Kukoc.
Ahmad Rashad back at the United Center. Now the man that we're going to take a look at, his name is Gus Lett. He is Michael Jordan's confidant, his friend, and his father figure. Michael told me that since the passing of his father, Gus Lett has been the man that has stepped up into that role. Gus has been battling cancer, hasn't been out to come in games. But tonight he came, surprised Michael for a lift, and it's a lift for Michael just to see Gus here, and hopefully it will have something to do with the outcome of the way Michael plays in this game. But whatever happens in the game, we're all happy to see Gus here at the game. Bob?
Sure are, Ahmad. The Bulls playing for a 6th title. Pacers playing for a first-ever trip to the finals. 7 misses in a row for Jordan, but not 8.
Offensive rebounds. You play the great initial defense. Remember what the first half was about, 15 to 1 on the offensive board.
We'll see what happens tonight. Jordan to the hoop. And he'll come to the foul line after an explosion to the basket. He can't do that as often as he once did. He can't do it throughout the game, but when he needs to, the explosion is there.
Bulls get Rick Smits involved in pick and roll. He can't jump out there to stop it. The Bulls know it. Look, he can't move his feet. He opens up, and he ushers Michael right to the basket.
Coming over with help. 5 on the shot clock. Michael dumps it off to an open Longley. And the Bulls have a little bit of breathing room. Driving, throws up a little hook. It bounces home, plus a foul.
Reggie Miller right here got caught up on the screen, and he pushed Antonio Davis into a foul.
And Davis has fouled out. Pippen trying to take the lead to 5, which he cannot do. But Jordan outbattles 2 Pacers for the rebound. And now he'll take some time off the clock. 48 seconds from a rematch with the Jazz. But if the Pacers go here, they have not gone quietly. Jordan. Longley beats the shot clock. Rebound to McKee. Indiana still with a chance. Jackson. McKee out near midcourt. McKee for 3. It's long. And Michael is there, as he so often is, with whatever it takes. 12 seconds. Harper in the front court. 10 seconds. Miller reaches in and fouls him with 8.9. Reggie Miller once scored 8 points in 8.9 seconds in a playoff game at Madison Square Garden. They're down 5 with 8.6 on the clock now. They restored a few tenths of a second during the timeout. McKee looks to get it in. Reggie running off screens, but it's Smits with a quick turnaround and miss. Dale Davis can't hit the tip. Longley has it, protects the ball, and on to the finals. For the 6th time in 8 years, go the Chicago Bulls.
this team is real tough, as you can see. I mean, we had to fight for everything that we got. And, you know, we had some key plays from Judge Bushler. The Judge came in and gave us some great minutes. Steve Kerr got us back in the game in the first half. And I think that's where we really, you know, momentum-wise, started to pick things up. When we first came out, I could sense everybody was a little nervous, a little tense. But somehow when we got back in the ball game, we knew we were in a fight, but we knew we had a chance too.
One of the big keys in this game, like you're saying, you were saying we was very strong this evening.
It is a we. It's not one individual. I know, you know, everybody maybe sometimes sit back and wait for me to do it. But today, everybody had to step forward. You know, this team played a heck of a game defense on me, and you know, everybody had to step up and expand the defense. And Steve Kerr really did a good job with that, and Luke and Tony Kukoc.
Now, the pressure is not off because this isn't the goal. The goal is in the next round.
Yeah, but we had to get to the round. So it was a hard fight, 7-game series. And, you know, Utah's back there waiting for us, and they got the home court advantage this year, and it's going to be even tougher. So, I mean, I think a day off will give us a chance to clear our minds and put what's happened behind us and focus on what's in front of us.
Bulls have lost 4 of their last 5 road games in the finals. But their one victory in that string was a huge one, Game 5 here, to take a 3-2 lead back to Chicago a year ago. The officials are Steve Jabby, Ron Garrettson, and Bennett Salvatore. For a man so big and strong, Malone runs the floor so well, even as he approaches age 35. Jordan hands the turnaround over Hornacek.
How can advance the ball for fast break opportunities?
Michael, turn around, sandwiched by 2 defenders, count the basket, plus the foul. Listen to this crowd at the Delta Center. Jordan quiets it just a bit. The chant is beat the Bulls, beat the Bulls. But first, you have to stop Michael Jordan.
Never seen Chicago miss so many wide open and easy layups.
But how about that one? As Jordan whirls through the defense, like by conferences, like they do by leagues in baseball, he'd be a 7-time scoring champion. Jordan, quick catch and shoot. 15 for Michael.
But it's not at all.
Michael, single coverage. And that's what happens.
Same spot, same dance, same music.
As they go to the man with the hot hand. Again, single coverage by Anderson. Hornacek comes over. Michael with the up and under. Count it, and he'll come to the line with a chance to reach 20 points in the first half. 3 is no good. Rodman with board position. Michael hits the open 3 and matches the number on his uniform with 23 points.
The minute.
Jordan. Hornacek up on him. With the left hand, he leans into the lane and tosses it home.
Now they have an illegal defense. That should be illegal offense.
Utah by 7. Michael, good look, and he puts it down. And Longley clears the boards. Jordan from 20, good again.
Now when Jordan shot that shot, he turned around and made a little sound and just said, woo. I think he's in a rhythm right now because he shot that one right through the net.
If you do get the ball out of his hands, chances are you're going to give them a look at a 3-point shot.
I say you got to get it out of Michael Jordan's hands. He's beat you time and time again. Make someone else beat you and live with it.
Michael wearing a smile as he heads toward the end line. He lives for moments like this. He's the guy who's going to throw it in, but you can bet it won't be the last time he touches it. Coach Pippen Kerr out on the floor with him. It's Scotty back to Michael. Russell's on him. Around the Longley screen. Michael dishes to Longley. Up with the shot to tie the game. Timeout Utah with 14.3 seconds, even at 79. Into Hornacek. Now it's Stockton. Out of the corner for the win. Bounces off, no good. And it's overtime in game 1.
When Michael wants that basketball back again.
Pippen flips it to him. Turnaround fadeaway. Got it. 33.
That's amazing. What this man can do under pressure.
Chicago doesn't have to foul because of the overlap. It's Stockton on the run, and it's Utah by 4. Chicago uses its last timeout with 9.3 seconds remaining. Going to get it in. Jordan back to Kukoc. They need a 3, and Kukoc delivers it with 5.4 seconds, bringing them to within 1 and allowing them to foul. They immediately grab Russell. Jordan does it. Shakes his hand to indicate it was unintentional, rather strategic. 3-point lead. Kukoc down to Michael with Russell on him. He tips it to Pippen. Can he beat the horn? He can, but he misses it. And game 1 goes to Utah in overtime. A game they had to sweat to win with their best player having a subpar night. Hornacek on Michael. Fade away. Ties it at 2. Lost control of it. Back tap to Michael. His floater gives Chicago a 6-4 lead. Jordan. His 3rd field goal. And the Bulls are back to within 1. Side to Harper. Now Michael baseline. And he starts the same way he began game 1. Stockton on Kerr. Kukoc open. Passes up the 3 to find Jordan beneath the hoop.
See, Jordan caught Stockton on the screen and made him switch and went right to the rim, and Kukoc found him for the easy layup. Keeper in the post.
Long lead to the cutting Jordan. Kukoc off the dribble, finds Harper in the corner. Now it's Michael, double pumps and connects. 16 for him.
Got to chase Kukoc out on the floor and on the perimeter.
Foster's back in. Here he is guarding Kukoc. Ostertag has gone out. Kukoc on the run. Air ball. Jordan there to clean up the mess. And a post up on Hornacek. Spins around him. 2 Jazz defenders surrounded him, and they take the ball away. Hornacek throws it right to Rodman, and Jordan is all alone, and he saunters in.
How about Dennis Rodman? Before he even touched the basketball, he knew Jordan was down court, and he just touched it real quick and flipped it back.
Behind the Rodman screen, he overshoots a 3, but Jordan grabs it and slams it.
Just the power of Michael Jordan. Hornacek was trying so hard to block him off the glass, Isaiah, and he just sort of pushed him to the side for the second shot.
All the pressure is on you right now.
Hornacek is on Jordan. Michael double pumps and hits off the glass to Michael with the shot clock winding down against Hornacek. Michael's going to do it. 2 defenders, a whistle, count the basket, plus the foul as Jerry Sloan contends from the bench that Michael traveled. It's the 4th foul on Hornacek. Now, how can you guard a guy any tighter than this? You got 2 defenders over there. You make him take the shot you really want him to take, and he just hits it.
See, Bob, Michael Jordan understands right now that it's time. It's time to put on the push right now, and he's going after it right now. And can Utah stop the adrenaline and the push that Jordan is getting ready to exert in this game?
Comes over. Michael into the lane, left hand, got it! Taking this game over now. Michael behind a Rodman screen. Russell fights it off. Jordan forces the shot and misses it. Utah can tie it. It's Stockton. Hornacek for 3. Utah has the lead. Kerr has to guard him. Stockton gets by him, but his pass is intercepted by Kukoc. Kerr, pull up 3. No, got his own rebound. Michael hits it, and Chicago reclaims the lead. There's a foul as well. What a sequence. Michael Jordan has taken 33 shots to score 34 points, 14 of 33 from the field, and has 35 points. That ices it.
See, I believe you win with guards, and Chicago's guards have totally dominated this game tonight.
Here's another determining factor. Utah 20 turnovers to Chicago's 7. 37 for Michael. Stockton from half court. Chicago comes into Salt Lake City, weary or not, and gets out with a split.
We were just trying to get one win. You know, we played extremely well the first game, and it was just a matter of executing down the stretch, and I'm pretty sure they realized that. They wanted to come out and play better. It was on there. It was pressure on them to come out and play a lot better. We know we didn't play particularly well, and we had an opportunity to win game 1. Tonight, we came out, you know, we got in the same situation in the fourth quarter, and we basically executed, went to the free throw line, knocked their free throws down, and defensively, we held tough.
When you talk about game-to-game adjustments, you guys seem to make the adjustments tonight, or was it just better overall play?
I think it was better overall play. We had a feeler in terms of what they wanted to do, and you know, defensively, I think we stayed solid, and we really didn't let the screen and roll hurt us as much as they normally do. And you know, I think we pounded the boards very well.
Improve your confidence going into Game 3?
Our confidence has been very strong. I think the pressure is really not on us, and it's on them. Now the pressure may shift to us because we're going back home, and we have to defend our home court. And you know, we got to go back and play well.
All right, congratulations.
Spins around Hornacek and hits off the glass. 21. Michael got Anderson into the air, but doesn't unleash the shot. Now he will.
He flopped on that one.
Jordan at the other end gets the 2 for Chicago. What a bad turn of events for Utah, struggling as it. Jordan into the lane. And he gets the roll. And finding him. Spins on Hornacek to the left hand. An absolute beauty.
Now Jordan went from side to side.
Jordan to the hole. Wrapped up by Ostertag, and somehow, some way, he scores.
See, faked Hornacek right, took him left to the baseline. Hornacek taking away that right hand of Jordan, gives him the fake. Now he gives him the sweep underneath. Ostertag doesn't give him a good, hard enough foul. See, you got to grab that right hand. Don't let him get the shot off.
Here's a man 7'2" and 280 trying to wrap you up, and somehow you have the strength and the body control to get off a reasonable shot. And Utah just can't cut in to this 20-point deficit. Make it 22 now. Michael the assist. Harper the slam.
And then rest.
Jordan takes it upon himself and builds the lead to 26. He talked about icing his knees for the entire fourth quarter. That's what he can do if he's content with just 24 points.
And 24 points and only 14 shots today. That tells you how efficient his offense was.
Jordan, Harper, Pippen, Kukoc, all enjoying it from a ringside seat. Wennington, the only Bull who hasn't scored, so let him do it. Well, the evening is complete. Every I has been dotted, every T has been crossed. Vaughn at the buzzer. A total humiliation for the Utah Jazz. Beaten by 42 and held to the lowest scoring output in the history of the NBA. Chicago leads the series 2-1, but somehow it seems like more than that.
One thing that you guaranteed before this whole series started was that you were going to have fun. And tonight it looked like you did have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think everybody had a good time. I think we came out, we played hard. You know, the game kind of got lopsided, which is kind of unexpected. We didn't really expect to win this easily, but we put a lot of good effort out there on the basketball court, and you know, the result was that we could relax a little bit in the fourth quarter, and you can see a lot of guys really enjoying themselves.
How was it that you turned up the defensive end so strong tonight?
We got a good feel in terms of what they're running, you know, and our defense, once we have a good feel, and we can aggressively start to attack them a little bit. And you know, early on in the first quarter, we were probably just observing some of their adjustments, and then once we got a feel for their adjustments, then we began to become aggressive.
First foul. Jordan from 20 gives it up instead to Harper, gets it back and lays it in.
As you saw the quickness of Pippen.
Jordan ties the game. Right to Michael. Around Hornacek with the scoop.
Bob, he is so powerful inside. He just punishes you.
Shandon Anderson with the block on Michael Jordan. Pippen's turnaround. Misses it badly. It comes to Michael, and he finishes it. That's on a fair share of it. From 20, it's Michael. Finally finding the range on his jumper, which hasn't been there for the most part in this first half. Kukoc for Michael against Russell. Up and under, and 2 to end the half, as only he can. Pippen to Michael, spins into the lane and slams it.
Jordan wants it in the low post against Hornacek.
He's got it, and he's got the hoop. 23 for him.
Set the pick and roll screen.
Michael ready to work. Got it. Remember, he was able to rest the entire fourth quarter of game 3, then had 2 days off. There was a... Michael gets the lead back for Chicago. Anderson, who's done a good job defensively on Jordan. Michael tests him again, and this time gets the hoop. Remember, Anderson's playing with 5 fouls. Jordan, Anderson leaning on him. Michael spins and scores.
Bob, you got to run at him. Right now.
Now they just play out the final seconds. Hits a 3 at the buzzer. It counts. And Chicago wins it by 4. But whether it's by 4 or by 42, they have won them both at the United Center. Games 3 and 4. And they're poised to finish Utah off on Friday night. Quarter. Tied at 16. Jordan. There's his first field goal. Jordan just 1 of 6 from the floor. Changes that a bit. 5 on the 24 as Pippen backs away. It'll be Michael to beat the shot clock. And hit it.
Isaiah, that's what you talked about. Michael, 2 field goals in a row. If Jerry Sloan feels a spurt, he's got to use his timeouts wisely tonight.
Anderson's got Michael. Pippen with 6 on the shot clock. Michael baseline fadeaway. High archer, good. A beautiful rainbow.
Timeout. Was it a foul? He said, no, that's a bad foul. As we watch Michael Jordan go in, fouled by Shandon Anderson. He said, that's a bad call. I didn't even get a good shot in.
Body on Chicago every time they move.
Michael again. Got it, plus the foul. Carr is on Michael. Jumper over it. Michael given a little room by Russell. Drives on it to the hoop. And he's got 20. Jordan just 1 of 6 in this fourth quarter. That won't stop him, though. He was fouled, and he'll come to the line. Michael's 8 of 9 at the line tonight. Two-point game. Just moments ago, it was 7. Malone from Stockton. Malone. personally pushing this series back toward Utah.
Before you were going to need a 3. They could throw the ball in, you could take a foul, and basically the game would be over. Now you got to be concerned. First of all, you know the Bulls are going to try to get the ball to Michael Jordan or Kukoc. You don't want to give up a 3, but at the same time, you don't want to foul here either. So you've got to try to contest the shot without fouling, and under no circumstances do you give up a 3-point shot. A 3 beats you, a 2 only ties you.
Into Jordan, a prayer. We go to Utah. Rip up the headlines. It is very much a series.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dallas Center for game number 6 of the NBA Finals. With the Chicago Bulls and our Utah Jazz.
Hornacek is now 18 for 46 in the series. Jordan, there's his first field goal. Jordan for 3, got it. Jordan over Russell. Tied at 22 with
Ahmad Rashad back at the Delta Center, and early on, Scottie Pippen re-injured his back on that dunk shot that he had just at the beginning of the game. He has been in the locker room for the past 5 or 6 minutes trying to stretch that back out. He has both doctors in there. They're just trying to see what they can do to get him ready to play. And if anything else happens, I will be here to report it to you.
the glass. Jordan wheels inside around Anderson, and again it's a 2-point game. Jordan, daylight for 3. 13 for Michael. Utah by 1. Michael springs free and takes the lob from Kukoc.
Great roll off for Russell. Faked up and spent off him. Kukoc put it right there for the easy lay-in. But
Jordan for 3. And there's his answer. Russell's first basket. Here's Michael. He's got 21.
I'm watching Jordan, and he's in such a nice rhythm offensively.
Jordan's the guy they want, even more so than usual, and that's why. Jordan pulls up and connects. Here's Pippen. The bad back makes Hornacek's assignment on him a whole lot easier. Left alone, he doesn't take the 3. Michael, fade away.
See, if I'm Hornacek, I make Pippen make one of those shots.
Jordan against Anderson. He's still Michael Jordan. Whatever he has lost, through fatigue, through age, through whatever, has only brought him somewhat back to the field. He still leads the field. Jordan with the jumper. And with 37 points to not only hit the winning basket, but have it be the last shot he takes this season, maybe the last he'll ever take in a Chicago Bulls uniform, to win the game and the championship by a point.
Big surprise, 6 championships, 6 MVPs. Michael Jordan, get over here. You grace us with your presence. You've contributed mightily to our league. And tonight you gave one of the singular performances in the history of the NBA Finals. Thank you and congratulations, 1998 NBA Finals MVP, Michael Jordan.
Michael, you have won this award before, but somehow I have the feeling that this one is more special than all of them.
Well, let me say hello to my wife and my kids at home, because they desperately wanted to come. I didn't want them to come here today because I wanted to focus on the game, but I wish they were here to help me celebrate. I know they're there cheering, and I can't wait to get home. But to the Utah fans, you guys are a tough bunch to play in front of. You guys came out with a lot of loyalty and respect for your team. You made it really tough for us. We really, after losing Game 5 in Chicago, a couple of us dread coming back to Utah because we had to deal with the fans because of the energy that they bring to the game. but we had no choice, so we had to come in and play our best, and you guys made it a very competitive finals, and it's very worthy to win this, and I think of all the championships that we've won, this is the toughest.
All right, I've asked everybody if they're all going to come around to try to do this again. One more time?
I would love for that to happen. I think that's something that's going to have to be determined over the summer.
Michael, few people in the world face retirement with so many others caring about the decision that he makes. You mean so much to so many people, to the league, to the other players, to the networks, even to the economy. How do you make the right decision for Michael Jordan, the human being, independent of all of the other people and forces that are tugging on you?
It's a gut feeling. It's just a feeling that I have. When I walked away the first time, it was a feeling. It wasn't something someone told me. When I came back, it was a feeling. If and when that time comes where I got to walk away, I hope that because I walked away, no one look at me any less. And sure, the economy may take a different turn, but I would advise you to invest wisely. And my life has to continue. Hopefully I'll put enough memories out there for everybody to at least have some thoughts about what Michael Jordan did in his 13 years or 14 years or whatever it takes, and put some comparisons up there for kids to follow and compare themselves and reach, and that's a part of the challenge. And, I have another life, and I know I have to get to it, at some point in time, and hopefully the fans and the people understand that.
So, 10 scoring titles, 6 NBA titles, 5 MVPs, and now 2 retirement speeches.
I am here to announce my retirement from the game of basketball. It won't be another announcement to baseball or anything to that nature. I think everyone has their own reasoning. There's been a lot of speculations in terms of why. I'm pretty sure I get to that point once you guys get the opportunity to ask questions, but I want to say thank you to both of the gentlemen here, Mr. Stern and Mr. Reinsdorf, for presenting me with the opportunity to play the game of basketball, and certainly giving me an opportunity to come to Chicago and meet my beautiful wife and build a family here, and my family in North Carolina, a lot of my friends who have come up to support this day and support me, who have always supported me once I stepped on the basketball court, and even when I didn't play on the basketball court. I want to say thanks to both of those gentlemen, and to all the fans in Chicago for allowing me to come here, and they have adapted me to be one of theirs. And in response, I've tried to step on the basketball court and get rid of the gangster mentality that Chicago was known for a long time. And I think successfully, myself and my teammates and the whole organization has made an effort to change the perspective about Chicago, and we are hopefully going to be known as a championship city, and I hope it continues on even when Michael Jordan's not in uniform. I will support Chicago Bulls. I think the game itself is a lot bigger than Michael Jordan. I've been given an opportunity by people before me, to name a few: Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Dr. J, Elgin Baylor, Jerry West. These guys have, played the game way before Michael Jordan was born. And Michael Jordan came on the heels of all that activity, and with Mr. Stern and what he's done for the league, and gave me an opportunity to play the game of basketball. And I played it to the best that I could play it, and I've tried to enhance the game itself. I've tried to be the best basketball player I could be, and next thing you know, here we are as a league. And I think the league is going to continue on, although we've had our troubles over the last 6 months. I think that's a reality check for all of us, that it is a business, but yet it's still fun. It's still a game, and the game will continue on. Unfortunately, my mother and my family, my brothers and sisters could not be here, but as you see me, you see them. My father, my mother, and certainly my brothers and sisters. So they are here through me, and they once, along with myself, say thank you for taking me in and showing me the respect and certainly the gratitude that you've shown me over the years that I've been here. I will be in Chicago for my career, hopefully, for the rest of my life. My wife won't allow me to move nowhere else. So I will be in Chicago, and I will support Chicago teams. And that's all I really truly had to say. I thought about saying just 2 words, I'm gone, but I figured I owe the fans and certainly the media a little bit more than that. So.
Someday, Michael, the White Sox might retire 45.